Dr. Nasser Hussyn welcomes you all, my dearest viewers, in this program Voice of Voiceless. Today I would like to share the feelings and the behaviors of the Pakistanis, social fabric which they had exhibited during my sufferings of COVID from 18 November to till now. I'm not going to give you any piece of advice about medicines. I didn't want to give you any piece of advice about SOPs or precautionary measures. I believe that every citizen of the world, they are following the same SOPs, they are following the similar preventive measures. Despite following the same SOPs, despite following the same preventive measures, I carried out corona from my staff room of the college, where my colleague had also got it from somewhere else. So, invisibly I transmitted it to my family. So today, I would like to share the feelings that as an individual I developed, the feelings that I had in my mind, the shocks that I had due to the behaviors of my neighbors, the happiness, the encouragement, the support that I got from my brothers, that I got from my sisters, that I got from my relatives, that I got from my friends, that I would like to share. I would like to share how did I feel, how did I think. The time was very interesting when I thought that now perhaps the time is very short and my many desires and dreams are unfulfilled. Believe you me, when I got this thought in my mind, there came a flash of light, and that flash of light was the ray of hope, and that ray of hope was that COVID is not powerful than God. So I prayed to my God. I prayed, "Oh God Almighty, please help me to get out of this crisis, get out of this disease, and bestow me the power and strength and my intrinsic determination that I could face this disease." So Allah blessed me this force, this encouragement. Allah blessed me health, and today I'm recovered, today I'm negative, today I'm sharing my feeling with you. So my dear viewers, I would like to share only 3 things. First, when my wife, my daughter and my son, we all the 4 suffered one by one within 2 or 3 days from COVID, and when we got tested we were positive. In the first few moments we got scary, perhaps we had got corona. Everybody was looking to each other, but then my younger son Ahmed, he looked upon me, he looked upon our mom, he looked upon our elder sister, and then he said, we could defeat it, and we could defeat it by our determination. We could defeat it by praying to Allah. So everybody then got calm. We had a laugh. Believe you me, we had a laughter. And we said, now we are registered in the history of the mankind that we 4 were COVID positive. And my dear friends, then we four sat together, we chalked out our strategy, what to do. I'm very touchy about my health. So I asked my wife, I wanted to go to doctor. I wanted to visit to my doctor. She said, no, you would not go to the doctor. We would only take Panadol. So in the beginning we did it, and later we visited the doctor. We got the general medicines. I don't want to talk about those. After 8 or 9 days, my wife totally recovered. She got healthy. My daughter and son, they recovered after, a week. So they three were now in a position to look me after. In the meanwhile, I got little bit, I got the problem of pneumonia, and then my wife took me to the doctor. And I'm thankful to Dr. Shaukat Ali. So, he was very kind, very cooperative, and he gave me encouragement. He told me everything about me. He got my different tests, and then he declared that you had got the pneumonia. But no worry. He gave me medicine, and I keep on praying, my wife keep on praying, my kids, they keep on praying to Allah Almighty, and I got fit today. Now, second important point, we decided that during this COVID, when all my family had this, I had informed only my college administration and colleagues and my students. It was compulsory because I couldn't teach my students, and they could ask the question, why are you not taking these classes? So I informed them. And believe me, I'm the luckiest person in the world that every my student, they prayed for me and they send me messages. They send messages, still they send me congratulations that you and your family had recovered. It's all due to Allah Almighty. We are recovered. Now I would like to talk about the shock that we had due to the behavior and attitude of our neighbors. Next door neighbors. When we were in a very severe sort of crisis, we all four had fevers, we could not move. Even my wife couldn't cook, but she restored her courage and her confidence and strength, and she went to the porch and she asked the grocery vendor for giving her some sort of grocery, and asked her to put on the on the pillar, and she would take it and came back. She took it and came back. As she came to the home, she got a phone call from her next door neighbor, and she was snubbing her, seriously snubbing her, and her wording was, why did you go out? Why did you go out? We asked you not to come out because we might suffer from corona. It was the most shocking time during last 4 weeks that we all four people had. We were not scary of the disease because we knew, we believed in, and we believe in Allah that He could recover us and He will And he will and He would bless us whenever we suffer. But that was the moment when I heard about this. For next 2 weeks, I was badly shocked. It increased my agonies, it increased my pains, it increased my, sufferings. And the same husband of the same lady, he called me. He offered his full cooperation. He said, "Sir, please take care. If you need anything else, kindly put the money on your car or on the stairs. I would take it and send me the message. I would help you out." And I am thankful from my core of heart to my landlord who did it so. Whenever I needed something, he helped me out. And when my family members, I only told my family members, my brother, and I requested him that my elder son is in university. He was insisting to come back home to look after us. We said, "No, you shouldn't come." And I asked my brother, he took him directly from the university and he took him to his home. Then I called one of my cousin, Ali Kazmi. I told him, "Brother, my wife called her. I think she called her because I was sitting with the doctor." And Ali Kazmi, he offered full, I pray that may Allah save Ali Kazmi from any kind of disease, from any kind of problem in life. Then my colleagues, I worked in a girls' college. And when all of my colleagues came to know about it, oh my goodness, how did they extend their cooperation? How did they pray for me? How did they send their messages, their calls? And they said, "Sir, we did not want to call you. We did not want to disturb you. But if you need money, but if you need any kind of help, we are here." And when my most dearest cousin, Ali Riza, came to know about it, I gave him a call after 5 days when my wife said I couldn't cook. I call my most dearest and sincere, my dearest cousin, friend, brother. He's my childhood friend. I called her and I called him and his wife, my Babi. They were traveling from Multan to Islamabad. I said, "Ali Bhai, we had suffering, we had got positive and we hold the family in quarantine. We are not able to eat the food from the street and from the restaurants because we were getting more, we had got some sort of stomach problems." He said, "Don't worry. Today I am traveling and from next day my driver would bring the food and put it on your gate and you could take it." For next 2 weeks, how could I say thanks to my Babi? How could I pay and extend my thanks to my cousin? May Allah bless him and his family forever. They sent food for lunch and dinner to us daily for 2 weeks. But they didn't suffer from COVID. May Allah save them. But they got our, sincere praise and the respect and honor that increased in my heart and mind for them. When my friends from somewhere else, some of my friends came to know about it, they brought bouquet, they brought, some kind of food stuff, the fruits, they put on our gate, they just left their chit in it and they did not even ring the bell. They gave me a call that there is a packet, you can pick it up. So this is the attitude and behaviors of the society that I would like to tell you. On the one hand, the people were so scary that they did not want to meet us. They did not want to talk to us. They even asked the maid not to come to their homes, we may suffer. And on the other hand, the maid, she comes to our home. She put on all kind of masks and she put on gloves and everything, and she kept on cleaning our home on daily basis. She didn't refuse to come. She said, Allah is great, I will not suffer. She is quite healthy now. As far as concerns the attitude of the administration of the college, they granted me leave, they granted me full cooperation, they gave me, they adjusted my classes. But unfortunately, in every organization there are some people who keep on creating issues at the time of the crisis to create the differences between the principal and the employees. So someone gave my wrong data of the leaves and they deducted my salary. When I informed my principal, she was really shocked that why did it happen. And last day when I asked her that I would like to join, she said no. First you will be recovered, and she promised me that I would start teaching from Thursday. Now I come up to my personal feeling, perhaps the things, but I'm taking more time, but these are very necessary to talk to you. And now come up to my personal feeling. I wouldn't say the verse in Urdu of Intikhab Alam, the Chinese poet, I just want to translate it. The meaning of his verse is, the time is short and I had a lot of work to do to complete. So that was my feeling. I put a message to my colleagues of the People's Forum that I wanted to write a book. Rather, 2 books were under process. I said I wanted to complete my 2 books. I wanted to complete my novel. I wanted to fight against ignorance in Pakistan. I wanted to play with my grandsons. I wanted to see the ceremony of the Mehndi and the marriage of my daughter. I wanted to go to Karbala, the most revolutionary person of the world, Hazrat Imam Hussyn, to meet and to pray at her shrine. I had the feeling that if I die, who would publish my books? I had the feeling if I could not go to Karbala, the most cherished desire of my life will remain unfulfilled. I wanted to write my autobiography. I thought if I die, I could not complete it. Who would write it? Everything will be buried with me. Then I prayed to my Allah. I prayed to my Allah. I prayed to my Allah. Oh Allah, oh Lord, give me life. Oh Lord, give me life to my wife. Oh Lord, give me life to my kids. As I told you, they recovered early before me. When I tested, then I got second time positive. And that was, again, for a moment I go, but then I said, no problem. I went to doctor, he said, don't worry sir, after a few days you would be. And it really happened. So the feelings that I developed and I faced, the situation, I reached on this conclusion. Every disease is dangerous. Nobody knows that I will survive from this disease. Nobody can say that I am safe and this person can make me ill. No, impossible. I shouldn't blame anyone else. I shouldn't say that you should be in. Corona patient needs oxygen to inhale, and society must not stigmatize him or her. It is corona patient. One of my students from Multan, he is a doctor. He said, sir, unfortunately you have got the corona now, you have got a stigma, otherwise it's not a disease. It's just a scary propaganda perhaps, but I didn't believe him. But it was really a stigma when my wife was snubbed. I really shocked. Pakistani society, and even in the world, wherever this message reaches, the people should think about it, that corona patients should not be left alone. They are human beings. They are unfortunately quarantined in the home or in the hospital, and they needed help. When you say you shouldn't go out, then this is your duty to put their food on their door. Then this is the duty of the state and the people to help them out. After all, they have to survive. And my intrinsic feeling about my unaccomplished tasks, Allah has gifted me the life. And in the last week, I completed my 2 books. Now they are under process of publication. I have started my novel to complete it. Right? And then I have got a new encouragement. I have reinforced myself. I revised and reviewed my mistakes of life. Then love humanity, serve humanity. Thank you very much.